This was flying around today,
Oh yeah.
and I love to see when this shit happens. I don't know why, but when I see accounts dunking on others, um, it's unbelievable. So if whatever I'm
It
talking
was
about,
Gurwitz, right?
Brian Gerwitz dunking on Russell Votes. Uh, Russell Votes in his backstage pass, take it for what you will, but was saying that the faction or stable between John Cena and the Rock final boss would be the Rock and Soul Connection. Brian Gewirtz quote tweeted and called the account drunk. Your sources are drunk, pretty much saying that it's not true. And I bring this up because there's so much of this shit floating around that it actually makes it tough for us, in all honesty, when trying to build the show. Like, what's
Mm-hmm.
credible? What's a rumor? What's
Mm-hmm.
something we just saw and we could talk about it like it's in the works. And then weeks later, or even a day later, it's debunked, and just
Mm-hmm.
little shit like that we've already had to work through and skim through and whatnot, and we still are. It's going to happen for the entirety of this show forever and ever, but it's shit like this that you don't know who to trust, and that's why the dirt sheets are the dirt sheets, but you have your credible sources like your SRSs, Fightful.
But that's
um
also why we always state that when we're talking about something. We'll say according
Correct.
to the dirt sheets or according to this person. It's like you have to make sure that you're letting people know, like, I don't know how valid this information is, but it is something that people are talking about.
Exactly.
Um,
So that's really why I wanted to bring this up,
I
is
do have a
obviously
go ahead, sorry.
I just want to bring it up because obviously, yeah, it's not going to happen. They're probably going to have some other storyline. There's going to be something else. We don't know. I don't want to know at this point. I do want to be surprised, like I'm watching a TV show. I don't want the ending to be spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
I bring this up because I want to educate the peeps here in the chat, really anyone, to really double check your sources and to
Mm-hmm.
see what is real. I have my sources for certain things that I don't flaunt on Twitter. I don't flaunt, but I keep for my own personal use because I want to know if this is true or not. I will text my certain somebody and ask if this is true. I did it for the ID things, like the WWE things.
Mm-hmm.
With Zeta Steel, I asked my certain somebody if that was real. With certain things on Raw, I have another person who I will check, and they give me the thing. Point is, always check your sources. Okay, always check who this news is coming from, and if they are a credible source. And if they don't have Fightful SRS next to their name, they're probably not credible. And yes, I did leave Dave Meltzer off in Wrestling Observer for a reason.
I also have a theory though that The Rock is probably the one who came up with the Rock and Soul connection. I'm sure it was something that was mentioned, and if it was, it's The Rock.
I think it was a joke, and I think they probably did it as a
No,
joke.
I think
Like,
The Rock did it.
no, I think it was a joke.
Mm-hmm. I
It's
don't
it
care.
doesn't make it's
In
so stupid.
in my fantasy world, The Rock did it just because it's like
Well,
the Rock and Saw connection. Let's do it
that's
again. Let's do
why
the Rock and
let's
Soul.
let's
No, it was
keep
The Rock.
that in the fantasy
It was
world.
Dwayne. It was Dwayne. Sorry to tell you,
I don't think it was Dwayne.
it was
I
Dwayne.